It's Thursday night football, everyone. I'm so excited. Finally, it's back. Get out of here, my dog. She's excited too, huh, Roxy? Kansas City Chiefs versus the New England Patriots. Who is gonna the Kansas City Chiefs gonna dethrone the New England Patriots tonight? But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking fantasy football. We kind of are talking what the game about tonight. That's about all I'm gonna be able to get to do tonight is talk about the game tonight. I'm gonna get my other video for this weekend out either tomorrow or early Saturday morning, I believe. So if it's the first week of fantasy, and I'm not a big Thursday night guy. I don't like Thursday night games. I think that it's too early in the week. Obviously, it doesn't really matter on days like this because there's no such thing as the short rest. They've had 9 months, for crying out loud. It's been like a pregnancy for us to be able to watch football. So when it comes to the first week of fantasy, my main thing is, for me at least, is play your studs. Don't try to get cute or try to plug in players because, oh, well, Green Bay is playing Seattle this week. I'm not going to play Aaron Rodgers or Jordy Nelson or Ty Montgomery. Don't be stupid. Play your studs. That's why you have the studs. That's why you drafted them, okay, in the first and second round. Play them. Don't get cute. Don't get antsy. Don't second-guess yourself in week 1. Don't think because of a big-name guy like, I don't know, Delvin Cook. You know what I mean? You had to draft him in the 3rd or 4th round, and he has a good matchup this weekend, so you have to play him this week because a guy like you know what I mean? Because a guy like Mike Gillislee, if you drafted Gillislee, might not be very, very good against Kansas City tonight. So, but focusing on tonight's game, your obvious studs are obviously Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski. I would take New England's defense, absolutely. Steven Gostkowski, obviously. And realistically, that's really it for like the must-plays tonight for the New England side of the ball. I don't really trust any of the running backs yet because you don't really know. Because with Bill Belichick, every week it's somebody new. Every week it's something new. You know what I mean? When they had LeGarrette Blount last year, obviously he was going to be the workhorse, and he got better as the game went on. But now you have Mike Gillislee, James White, Dion Lewis, Rex Burkhead. There's so many players that it's kind of hard to see who the heck's going to play and who's going to have the majority of the snaps in the backfield. So in a PPR league, I would definitely recommend a James White, Rex Burkhead. I think Rex Burkhead's going to have a good night tonight. I think that they're going to use him the most. And I feel like Mike Gillislee is going to be the LeGarrette Blount type and definitely pound those yards out. And then they're going to use their short guys, their short yard guys, and that's who they're going to take into the end zone. It's going to be a high-scoring game, I believe, on both sides of the ball. I don't think it's going to be a defensive-driven game, even though both defenses are very, very good. I think that it's the first game of the season. A lot of shots are going to be taken. If Kansas City gets the ball, if Kansas City gets the ball first, I can see a deep ball thrown right away. So your definite starts on Kansas City, obviously, is Tyreek Hill. I have Tyreek Hill in one of my leagues. I'm going to be starting him today. Tyreek Hill is the #1 receiver now that Jeremy Maclin's gone. They really don't have anybody else. Tyreek Hill was fantastic last year from offense to special teams to running the ball. He's now their wide receiver. He is their #1 guy, and to even not start him is out of control. I think people lack, like, they'll have guys like on my other, and the team he's at now, I have Amari Cooper, and then I have Alshon Jeffrey and Tyreek Hill. I'm playing all 3 of them this weekend. I think that all 3 of them have very, very good upside instead of a guy like Terrence West who I can throw into my flex. But I like Tyreek Hill, and I like an Alshon in the flex. So it all depends. It all depends, honestly. So I have all my fantasy stuff right here, all my guys and everything. So like I said, Tyreek Hill is definitely a great play tonight. Mike Gillislee, if he is your running back and you're kind of screwed over because, let's put it this way, the Dolphins-Buccaneers game completely screwed over everybody. I mean, in one of my leagues, I have Mike Evans and Jarvis Landry. They're both my studs. They're literally both my studs, wide receivers I'm going to be playing, and now I can't play them. So now I'm forced to play other guys. So if you don't have, if let's say you had a late round draft, you were, deep in your late rounds and you just happen to grab Jay Cutler, okay, now you can't play Jay Cutler this weekend. So this could possibly be if you can go out. The only way I would play the running backs today is if you'd had guys that were in that Tampa Bay, New England game, or Tampa Bay, the Kansas City. If you had guys in the Tampa Bay Dolphins game, and now you're forced to play other guys. So a great pickup, obviously, is any of the running backs. You're going to just have, if there's really not anybody else available, or if you think the matchup is good, yes, play Mike Gillislee if you're forced because you can't run a Ajayi. Or run a guy like Davante Adams. I love Davante Adams. I think he's going to have a very, very good season. He has trouble catching the ball, but he's definitely improved. He definitely helped me on my fantasy team last year. Like I said, I have Mike Evans and Jarvis Landry, and I have Jay Cutler. So it's kind of difficult for me to play anyone. So now I'm torn in a 12-man league where my other star receivers are, let's see, I had Mike Evans. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly how this says. Yeah, so I have Mike Evans, Jarvis Landry, and now I have Martavius Bryant and Davante Adams. Those are two very, very good guys to put in place. If you don't end up having those types of caliber players, a Zay Jones would be very, very good. Maybe a Taylor Gabriel in your flex spot. I mean, obviously, if you grabbed Emmanuel Sanders or Demaryius Thomas, obviously, but like I said, I got Emmanuel Sanders in the 9th round in my last draft, so that's, you know what I mean? If you can get a guy like Adam Thielen or Tyrell Williams or Rashard Matthews, those are great guys to play this week because of the matchups, and then next week you can just sit there and just play your team normal. So it's going to be a battle tonight with both teams. I think Tyreek Hill is going to have a fantastic game. I think that the receptions on the Patriots side of the ball, you have so many versatile players. Brandon Cooks is a must-start tonight, obviously. I totally forgot about him. I don't want to think that the Patriots are even better than they were last year when they go 15-1 this year. Who knows? But if you have a guy, if you're stuck with a guy like Chris Hogan who you stole late, but you had Mike Evans or Jarvis Landry, I'd be safe to say that Chris Hogan's good. He's good, especially in a standard league, because he's due for 2 catches for 60 or 70 yards total. Obviously, other must-starts is Kansas City's defense. Okay, that's why it's good to stack Tyreek Hill and their defense, because if they get all those points on the special teams and the defensive side of the ball, you get it's just so worth it. So those are obviously your studs. So guys to look out for. If you have to start Kareem Hunt tonight, start him. I think that once he gets past that front 7, I think he's going to blow past the corners and go into the end zone. I don't recommend starting Alex Smith. I think that with the additions to Stephon Gilmore, and I think it's going to help. I see after the first quarter, I see Alex Smith not throwing those deep balls to Tyreek Hill. I see him doing a lot of check downs. So because of that defense, so I don't recommend playing Alex Smith today. I'm sure you drafted another better quarterback than him in the league. I hope so. But yeah, those are the guys to play tonight. I mean, I hate playing guys on Thursday because if they throw donuts up or they throw garbage points, it's just going to be horrible. So on that note, it's Thursday Night Football. It's raining in New York. I love it. I can't wait to watch this game. And guys, enjoy the game and enjoy fantasy football.